view where we are staying in Switzerland in Interlaken. And I don't know that you can see with the wide screen there, but I just love the green in the mountains, way different than the Rockies. But we're in a shared garden. I think there's a little bunny or something that stays in there. Cute. They have community gardens where the houses are circled around the garden and they share it. But yeah, here's our little back alley street. There's our rental. Here's Mel. She's policing the area. And then we're in the basement on this little thing. So we come right in here. Watch your head. It is 7 o'clock here, which means it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 o'clock at home. So, we stopped at our first gas station. I think it's like a car wash station. But we're on our way to Lauterbrunnen. And Mel got herself $3 coffee. It's actually delicious coffee, which is weird because usually gas station coffee tastes like mud. And I got myself a Red Bull. But the Red Bull here, I thought it was going to be a lot. It was $2.50. I think I get charged $3 back at home. It's goofy. Gas here too is at $2.33. Like, what the heck is up with that? This is supposed to be the most expensive country in the world, and here they got cheaper gas than us. So I'm just lies. It's just lies. All right, off to Lauterbrunnen. Supposedly Lauterbrunnen was the inspiration for J.R. Tolkien for the town of Rivendell. So you know how it's built into the mountains? Well, you're going to see that inspiration here today. Going in.
The Nazis are coming! Make way to the bunker!
Super cool waterfall. I'm not going to tell you what it is. All these waterfalls are in Lauterbrunnen. I can't pronounce them anyways, and I'm going to look them up to figure it out. Every time I look at them, I forget what the name of them are unless I've seen it like 1,000 times. Like Lauterbrunnen, I've seen a lot now, and I got it down. So that's the name of the town or area. And so they got all these little waterfalls in the valley. So I'm not going to name them. You can look them up yourself. But another thing that's really cool, which you're going to see from all the Swiss videos, is the watering hole. So I see 2 waterfalls. We're going around the corner here. It's like there's some water coming down there, but not like a really fall. But there's 72 waterfalls in this valley. In case you're wondering. Okay, my wife and I love charcuterie boards. So in Lauterbrunnen, what's cool, and actually it's kind of an economical way to get some lunch or something, is they have these little farmer market refrigerators scattered all over. Okay, so you can get your own stuff, and they have goat's milk, little meats, cured meats, who knows what else, because we haven't had it yet, so I don't really know. It's just stuff that I've researched on and saw in a few videos before. So that one's clearly empty, so maybe it's just not full yet, unless it got slammed this morning. But I don't think that it got slammed this morning. So I think we'll just hit up the next one. I'll show you what kind of products are in there. Not to be nerdy, but if you don't feel like you're walking through Middle Earth through this thing, I don't know what to tell you. Then you have no imagination, because this is like storybook world right here. Sun found us here. We're headed to let's see, oh, it looks like a river right here, but we're headed to some underground waterfalls. So here's a little farmer's market kiosk. We got wine for $5.50 is the Swiss francs, which is actually pretty spot on. I think we're a cent difference with USD. So prices, I'm not going to do the conversion because they're pretty close. So $5.50, $5 for mushrooms.
Where's your milk? You want to get
$6 for cheese. Milk's $2.50 for a pint of cheese, whatever. Water's $3.50. Don't get water. There's water everywhere. But besides the mountains, it's kind of similar to Wisconsin. We have that smell of fresh country air. There's manure all over the place. There's cheese everywhere. It's got rolling hills and everything else, but these mountains, it's not Wisconsin. But it's pretty awesome. We won't go there. We're gonna go right up there. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Every single cemetery has its own little personal flower bed.
You mean every
They have gravestone, I mean, and this cemetery has 2 guys currently working hard, grooming and taking care of the cemetery. I just find that interesting and sweet. So now we are on the light rail. We're leaving Lauterbrunnen. We're gonna go up to Wengenalp, which is way up there, one of the Alps, and then we're gonna take it back down to Wengen and then walk back. So here we go. Swiss are really quiet. I come through and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they look at me like I'm a bull in a china shop or something. Like they want to run. But it's crazy, these trails just go right past people's homes. And you say take a right or left? Just trying to make our way down. We know we're going down, so I guess we're getting somewhere, but yep. I don't mind getting lost here. Getting lost is definitely not a waste of time right now. Okay, so we left Lauterbrunnen and now we are at Geisbach Falls. And we're gonna wander around. Check it out. Step outside, waterfall. Lake. We made reservations at Thun. We're on our way there now, but we got to get on a rail and go up. Actually, right up there, you can. I don't know if you can see it in your view, but there's Thun. That's the restaurant we have reservations on. So, a bunch of parasailers next to it. So I'll turn this on when we're up there. You'll see it. You'll see it all. Well, we just got seated here and check out the view.
Do you know what's happening?
It's a little after 7.
Okay, because the last one leaves at like 8 something.
Okay, well, we should be good. Otherwise, we let gravity do the work and we just kind of let the foot fall in front of the other.
What? A red wine is only $4.80?
Oh, that's crazy. But we're in white country, so that might be why. Alright,
idea.
we made it. It's very crowded. So it's not a matter of getting here early or not. You just got to get up here and wait for a table. We put in a reservation online. I thought there's a spot to do it, but there's no confirmation or anything. And when I got up here, I realized there is no reservations. So first come, first serve. Just know that. But it's worth it. You can do it! Don't lose sight of the prize! Watch out! They're coming! Oh, you poor little beetle. Disinfart. Good morning! We are headed to Zermatt, Switzerland. It's about a two-plus hour drive, and I'm sure there'll be plenty to see. But yeah, here we go. So here we are driving, and surprise, surprise, we started pulling into some traffic, and then what looked like a tollway. We pulled up to it, and she's like, we'll take 29 Swiss francs, which is close to $29 US dollars. And we're like, okay, so we did it. She didn't speak English, so it was like we didn't know any idea what was going on. Come to find out, we're on a train. We bought a ticket to be on a train, but we're also in our car. So to me, this is unique. This isn't in the States, but if you look, we're moving. So you get in this huge caravan of cars, single file line on this train, and yeah, we're gonna go for a while. I don't know where we're going, but it's the moto rail. So in all my research, I didn't see anything about this, so I just wanted to put this out there to share with any of you so that you're aware of it, because it's kind of awkward if you have no idea what's going on. So, all right, after a car ride, and then we got a car on a train ride, and then we got into a taxi, and then we're here. We have arrived at Zermatt. Gondola trip up to, what's the name of it? Or what? Burger? Up to Burger. And we're gonna ride the mountain carts down this little trail right here. Wherever we are. So they're like little track bikes, or what are they, like, what do they call those little kid bikes? Tricycle things. But anyways, they're cool. Woo! Riding on these bikes, they cruise! Woo! Got to be one of the coolest and funnest things I've ever done in my life. It's got a bell! That was so slow. So much fun. So if you ever consider doing this, just make a point to do it if you can. Like, get down to Zermatt. That's kind of hard. There's other places in Switzerland that do this. I don't know, the details on those, but this one at Matterhorn, the Matterhorn's in the back the whole entire way. You can't beat the view. It's so much fun. You go extremely fast, but it's got brakes, very good brakes, so you can go slow if you want. It's not dangerous. It can be casual, but you can get rowdy if you want. Kind of just buying some time right now because my wife, she's going slow, nice and easy route. Here she comes in. You're going too slow. Here we are at another crazy awesome view table seat at a restaurant. Like, you have to pay a lot of money for views like these back home. Go ahead, Mel. Alright, to finish the rest of the way to get down to Zermatt, we rented the kick bike scooters. So we went with the trikes, or the mountain carts are called. Now we have the kick bike scooters, and we're gonna go the rest of the way. Otherwise it's an hour or something walk down to Zermatt, and we just want to do this, try it out. It's fun. Here we wait for Mel again. She loves adventure, but slow adventure. Me, I don't know, it is kind of freaky. There's big old rocks and everything else, but it's got brakes. Slow it on, you put your foot down if it's getting a little crazy. Oh, here she comes. Here are unreal. I keep saying storybook. Oh, it looks like a storybook, but I don't know what other metaphor to use or something to use to describe it or whatever. Because, I mean, you could describe it all day, but it doesn't give you the effect once you're here. So, just like pictures, just like this video, it's not going to give it justice. But I can't stop stopping and getting up and just looking around. Like, it's just awesome. This looks really old, so no one's here, so I'm gonna go in there and check it out. So that was so much fun. We're done going up the mountain, but highly recommend it. Bring your mountain bike. If you're mountain bikers, this is a mountain biker's paradise. But right now we're gonna go check out. We're gonna make our way to the Ricola farm, you know, with the cough drops and stuff. So I guess it's just outside of Zermatt, but we're gonna casually explore and make our way there, and the gorge. But that's later.
La
Zermatt. They have these big stones on top of those pillars that hold the house up, and the stones block rodents from getting up in there. I only know that from the research I've done from other YouTubers before we came on this trip, so I want to give credit out to those people if they're telling the truth. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but it makes sense to me. Known as Wedge Rock. They say about 1400 million years ago there was a rock that fell from, you know, the flattened ground and got wedged into the gorge as the earth split apart, and there it sits. So don't look that up. My experience here, it feels like we're on some treasure island that some pirates took over or something. Really cool. I mean, awesome. Alright, so I got the roasty, I got sausage. Those were on our list. Very traditional Swiss stuff. The roasty is like, I'm sure, I don't know, people will probably get mad at me, but it's no different than hash browns. Tasted exactly like them. But the sausage was good. Here we just walked a little bit of ways and we found a little old area. Lots of old Swiss architecture. I love the slate roofs that they have over here. And I want to go inside one. This must be the old world area. Maybe not of Zermatt, because we're kind of off the beaten path of Zermatt, but super cool. Okay, so we are at the Ricola area in Zermatt, and I have to take back, this is not the headquarters. I had understood the information. But they do have a nice little display here of all the herbs that go into an original Ricola cough drop. So I'm chewing on one right now, but I'll show you. We have peppermint. We got yellow Achille something. We got lady's mantle. There's Burnett, whatever that is. Sage, I know that one. Mallow, I think that's in root beer. We have Whorehound. Okay. Wonder why they came up with that name. Then we have Speedwell. In time. Moving on, we have Cowslip. Looks like crabgrass. Pepperminte. Oh, we already did that one. All right. Yeah, that's all of those. Oh, there's more. We have orange mint. Lemon balm. Hyssop. All these great things. So yeah, there you go. It's just like a little garden, herb garden, and these herbs are on display. So it's kind of cool to look at, but definitely not the headquarters. If it is, then man, they run a very lean operation here. I'm gonna guess what it is. To me, it's an obstacle course, but it looks like it's an outdoor fitness center, which is really cool. Let me show you one of these signs that make me think that. And they got rings up there. That's where my wife's headed. Or maybe it's an outdoor gymnast situation. I don't know. I can't find any signs. I don't speak German, French, or Italian, or whatever. So, yeah. I have an old friend who always wanted to get an actual bell that these cows wear. For some reason there's no cows around here. All the videos I watch and everything and research, there's cows. You could even hear them in the background. Ding, 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 ding. I found two over here, and it's the only ones I've seen with the bell. And like, they sell the little chintzy tourist bells all over the place, but I don't want that. I want an authentic bell. Because my old friend wanted one, but he died, so I kind of want to get one for him, but whatever. Yeah, but they have tags on them. So if you take it, you can get in trouble. I mean, they're like digital tags or whatever, so they can trace you and find you and know where it happened. So don't do that. Herd of them. Might be able to hear them better than you can see them. go look at a castle. Here we are. We're in Thun now. We're Thun, and we're walking up to another castle. Today we're gonna visit a few castles. I guess in Thun there's 5 of them. Do some sightseeing, and then we're gonna kind of make our way up through Bern, then Lucerene, and end in Zurich because we're gearing up for departure. we made it to Bern, and if you rent a car, it's a little bit more trickier. But I've been in the US where it's had confusing roads with one-ways especially. So just take your time, be patient if you rented a car. But yeah, we found a parking spot, and now we're just kind of checking it out. We are underneath the city of Bern. This kind of reminds me of what dwarves do. Burrow into the mountains all the time, burrow into the underground, have these great cities and everything. There's a castle. Castle part. Alright, we left Bern, now we're in Lucerne, and this town looks really cool. Thought we were done with mountains, but we're not done with mountains. We actually have a lot of mountains in the background. Push and pull. So yeah, here we are. We got some cool things to show you later. We're gonna go check out the little ancient medieval footbridge that they have here that we saw on all those YouTube videos when we researched the place. So here we go. Was made sometime in the 1400s, and it's still here today. We're at this restaurant. We're right in between those two medieval bridges. Again, with the view, every place we go to, we get this awesome view. Oh, I already saw it. But anyways, yep, we got the cordon bleu. We had a list of food we wanted a checklist of what we wanted to try here. And we found a place with some cordon bleu. So we're gonna try that. And I think we only have 2 more things on our list. But I'm not going to talk about them unless we find them, so or maybe I'll talk about them later. Now's not the time. Cordon bleu was amazing, probably one of the better meals that we've had here. I thought cordon bleu was only with chicken, but I guess it is traditional to have it with veal or pork. I had mine with pork, so it was delicious. Sure there's better food, but that, in my adventure, that was probably the better one that I had. We're gonna go up in these towers. After these towers, we're gonna go to Zurich. Tower, 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 tower. I think we were just in this one. We're now in this one. What?
Go down, you can't go up.
Alright, should we just go down? Yeah. Alright, down we go.
You shall not pass.
Move it, kitty. Oh, he's gonna jump at me. There's just a few cats all over the place. Here we are at the Henry Hotel. We just checked in. It's a self check-in. We're in Zurich now. We'll be here. This is the last little part of our trip. It's ending soon. But look at this place. Styling. Raclette was on our list, another food, so we're gonna go to the raclette factory. Sounds cheesy. Alright, we are on Ben Hop Street, supposedly the most expensive street in the world, or something like that. I don't know. The pricing here has not been that bad. Go live in Chicago for a little bit. I mean, I don't, but stuff's expensive. So here we are at Zurich Airport, and remember how I said Switzerland is very kid-friendly? Look. They have a little movie center to bring your kids when you're passing the time. It's little things like that make the difference in the world, you know? We left our kid at home. Alright, so that's all we did for Zurich. We just visited Old Town. We did end up going down that one street, as you saw before, but yeah, it was really cool. There's so many different things. We got lost and we didn't mind. We just kept walking around, and I wish we had more time here, but we're narrowing it down to the end. And we're exhausted. I don't know if you can tell by the sun that has hit my head, but yeah, we've just been outside walking forever and walking and walking and hiking and walking, and it's great and all, but it pays a toll, catches up to you. And then we didn't sleep too well before, but yeah, other than that, ready to go home and see our little boy, and hopefully get back safe. But other than that, thanks for watching the video.